We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So it's Lerrone Richards. He's 5'10" tall with a reach of 70 inches. And up against him in this one, Jaime Munguia, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of an identical 183 centimeters.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Up first, it's Lerrone, Sniper the Boss Richards. Always comes looking to entertain the crowd. Here comes Jaime Munguia, very intimidating, fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico. Rarely takes a step back. He's all forward.
This is going to be an intense standoff before the fight starts.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Surrey, England, a British and Commonwealth super middleweight champion, Lerrone, Sniper the Boss Richards. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, introducing the hard-hitting knockout artist and the super welterweight champion of the world, Jaime Munguia.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change everything in this battle. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Perfect counter lands. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He misses with that straight left. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Richards in that lap. And there's the bell to start round two. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter shot. Misses with the jab. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Nice counter shot. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Beautiful counter shot. Just missed with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Looking to land the hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punch. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Throws the jab but does not score. Why would they try something that's obviously illegal? Richards in that lap. There's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? That counter shot lands. Punch caught him clean. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Just missed with that hook. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
His stamina is off the charts. Beautiful counterpunch. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. On to the fifth we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? You'd like to see more jabs. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And down goes Jaime Munguia. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
Even I've got to see that again.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Good, look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner somehow.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Jaime Munguia. There's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Good counter punching. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second...
Whoa, Johnny! Lerrone Richards in trouble here. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
B-Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. A perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. A big whiff with the right hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Miss with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Lerrone Richards in trouble here. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. The game plan does not seem to... Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Stamina is off the charts. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Swing and a miss with the jab. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jaime Munguia. This is the 10th. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Power is obviously the great equalizer. And Richards just got buzzed. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your glove.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Both men step back for just a moment. He threw a punch and just got countered. You'd like to see more jabs. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. How about that, Johnny? You don't hear those kind of scorecards very often. A majority decision win.
Shows how much we know. We didn't have it right.